Let's find out the value of this given expression. Here we are provided with the fact that 1 omega and omega square are cube roots of unity. This would mean that if we take the sum of the roots 1 plus omega square, this value will be equals to 0. And if we take the product of the roots, so that's omega cube, so this value will be equals to 1. So we'll use this fact here. Let's begin with the problem. So first we have 2 plus omega squared. Now 2 plus omega squared can be also expressed as 1 plus omega squared. So we can write 2 as 1 plus 1 whole raised to the power of 3. Plus, let's talk about the second term. Here we have 1 plus omega minus omega squared, but we'll simply use plus omega squared and subtract 2 omega squared from it, raised to the power of 8 minus. So here we have 1 minus 3 omega, so we'll write it as 1 plus omega squared. And since we have negative 3 omega, so we'll subtract 4 omega from omega. So this is raised to the power of 4. So this has been done so that we can replace 1 plus omega squared in each of the three terms with 0. So this gives us 1 cubed plus, here we have negative 2 omega squared raised to the power of 8 minus negative 4 omega raised to the power of 4. So this will be equals to 1 plus, we have negative 2 raised to the power of 8. So that value is 256 times omega. 2 times 8, that will be 16. And here we have negative, so 4 raised to the power of 4. So this is the same as 2 raised to the power of 8, which is also 256 times omega raised to the power of 4. Now let's try to find out the value of omega raised to the power of 16 and omega raised to the power of 4. So omega raised to the power of 16, so we'll start with omega raised to the power of 4 first. So this is equals to omega cubed multiplied to omega. And omega cubed, that's equals to 1. So that means omega raised to the power of 4, this value is exactly the same as omega. Now omega raised to the power of 16, so this will be equals to omega raised to the power of 4 whole raised to the power of 4. Now we can replace omega raised to the power of 4 with omega. So that means we have omega whole raised to the power of 4. Then again omega raised to the power of 4 is equals to omega. So that means omega raised to the power of 16. So this value is also equals to omega. Now our expression becomes 1 plus 256 times omega minus 256 times omega. Now these two terms cancel out and leaves us with a final value of 1. So our value of this particular expression, this is equals to 1, provided 1 omega and omega square are cube roots of unity.